Hello respected viewers, here I am outside Parliament and there is a pro-Brexit protest. Quotation there from Tony Benn, you know, saying that power doesn't really belong to Parliament, it belongs to the people. Tony Benn, that veteran Labour MP who died in, when was it, 2014. Far left figure, former Viscount Stansgate, who disclaimed his title. But anyway, he was a veteran Eurosceptic. He always believed the United Kingdom shouldn't have joined the European Economic Community, should leave it, was against the EEC becoming the European Union, and on and on. Of course, he was dead by the time of the referendum 3 years ago. So you see some of these placards here, "We voted leave." I was speaking to this lady back there saying we need a general election now, and she said that even if people voted Remain, they should accept the verdict of the majority and implement it. That's sort of Theresa May position. Remain MPs are the only obstacle to a good deal. Well, I don't quite agree, or it depends what you consider to be a good deal, because the European Union has got to offer one, and the United Kingdom has got to be smart enough and hard enough to negotiate one, not to make too many concessions, not to be unreasonable, not to demand too much, and all that. Various interests to balance here in the UK. What do the Democratic Unionist Party want? What do others want? A Remain Parliament, a tyranny masquerading as a democracy. So Parliament came back into session yesterday, and these people, well, they're not happy about it, because obviously this Remain majority in Parliament is saying refusing to implement Brexit will, these are the people who refused to ratify Theresa May's agreement with the European Union, hence she fell on her sword, and now they're demanding that if there isn't an agreement with the EU by the 19th of October, that Boris Johnson must ask for an extension of the UK's membership of the European Union. And another thing is, that deal he brings back from Brussels, if he brings back any at all, they could still vote against it, and they probably would actually. Certainly the ultra-Remainers would, because they think they can force the United Kingdom to stay within the European Union. They won't allow a general election, I suppose, because I think that might bring a Brexit majority and just delay things. So they got an end to the prorogation, so Parliament's back in session, and they've also said the United Kingdom is not able to leave the EU without an agreement. So that hugely strengthens the EU's position, because they know that the UK has to agree almost anything if the UK is going to leave at all. So that was one of the main points made by Boris Johnson and others. You can't rule that out, because then you're just giving away your trump card. Now, leaving without an agreement would create some difficulties for the UK in relation to commerce and so forth. It would also create it for the EU, who trades with the United Kingdom. Obviously, almost half of the UK's trade goes to the European Union. What percentage of the EU's trade goes to the European Union? Rather less than that. So it would impact the United Kingdom more heavily than the European Union. But also the EU would be like £39 billion out of pocket. So they'd really rather not have that. So Boris, courage begets courage. Now, I know some people say, yes, but Winston Churchill, he encouraged the European project. Well, it's true he did, but he didn't want the United Kingdom to be part of it. He thought the empire had a long-term future. He thought in order for the UK to have a closer relationship with the United States, the UK had to hold aloof from any European integration. So there we are. So there's this fascinating protest. There was one Remainer up there, a grey-haired man with a sort of rat's tail thing. It was braided, honestly. He was holding a placard saying bollocks to Brexit and waving an EU flag, but can't say I liked his coiffure, but not many people would like mine. Okay, so that's me from Parliament Square, switching off now.